friends, welcome to EduSkills OET Made Easy. This is a very different approach to OET learning. Are we ready?
Yes, Father, we are ready.
Yeah. The platform is full. There are 23 people in the waiting room. We can't help it. Yeah. So we'll begin with a prayer, 1 minute silent prayer. Let's pray for all the people, especially those who are affected with corona. Even in our platform, many have been affected. Let's all pray for all those who are fighting with corona, COVID-19, and all the health workers, all the warriors working for the health of the people. Let's also pray for all those who are struggling to complete their OET and all those who have requested our prayers. Amen. That's great. Anyhow, let's be glad yesterday's result. Well, no one, as far as I know, many have written and many have communicated to me, and none of them have lost at least reading. Everybody got it. So that's a happy news. And any concerns you want to raise in the beginning about listening before I begin the official thing? And see that you all are muted only when you want to speak. Please unmute your microphone. Until then, keep it muted always. And anybody in violation of this principle will be removed immediately without warning, because it's for the benefit of the platform. Whenever you want to unmute yourself, but then see that your background hasn't got distractions when you unmute. How is it going? How is the discussion in the group, everything going? Somebody can give me a feedback, 1 or 2?
Yes, Father. Our group is really active. My name is Tina Sebastian. I have joined this group since 1 week. It's a nice platform. Everybody is interacting, and the way they discuss all the questions and answers, it is benefiting for everyone, Father. Thank you.
Father, my name is JC Lucas.
Yes. Yes, JC.
This group discussion is very fruitful. Though I cannot attend all the time due to the duty, because later when I go through this group messages, I can understand very well.
Okay, thanks to
Thank
Telegram.
you, Father, and that is yes.
Yes, thanks to Telegram, we can revisit the audio immediately. Yes, without
yes.
So we will begin. There are plenty in the waiting room. We can't help it. Always see that you enter at the earliest. First come, first serve is the principle. And see that you are in a particular place where there is internet. And it maybe if you lose the internet connection, you may not be able to get in. And so you may not admit people fresh when they come back. You can readmit the people who have disconnected because they may not understand the things. I begin, and today we are going to fall in love with the listening part B. It's as easy as peeling a banana. If you have read or if you have gone through the video, that's IELTS video, but it's the same thing for IELTS or OET, the paragraph structure, the sequence, all those things. So today, listening B, and definitely I'll show you how it can be done as if you are peeling a banana, as easy as that. And I'm so happy everybody is falling in love with the subtests, OET. That's our target, to make enjoyable the learning a thrilling experience. Let me just share the screen and let me know if you can see my screen. OET 2.0, Occupational English Test, Listening Part B. And what are the key skills, the major skills of listening? I presume that you have attended my previous sessions, or at least you have gone through the videos, so I may not be repeating those same things. However, the beginners definitely will have a separate session for you to give the basics. Don't be disturbed if you find something confusing. And as always, I say the focus is not on B, but on A. Listening B, 6 dialogues or monologues, 6 texts, 3 option, multiple choice questions. And you have 10 minutes time. That's the basic. So what is the exam format of listening part B? Introduction of the topic, there will be introduction given. That is the context, very, very important. Listen to that. And that is the basic idea where you can understand the monologue or the dialogue. And 15 seconds to read the questions and answer options. That is the key time for you. That decides your success, and you will see how to utilize that time and understand large part of the audio. Listen to the whole audio and understand the whole thing in general. And 5 seconds to mark the answer. And you know how to mark it, and you know it has to be, the round has to be filled in with the pencil. Don't tick it or mark it right or those days, whatever other symbols, but fill in the circle. Be guided by the questions. 3 possible answers. Be guided by the questions means when you listen to the audio, just be guided by the question, what you require. Three possible answers are there. Select the correct answer or the best answer as per the text given, not as per your knowledge. Okay, question types. This is very important. First one is gist. What are they discussing? There are three types of questions in part B, listening part B. One is gist, means what are they discussing? You should know what are they discussing, the general idea. Maybe the doctors are discussing, hospital managers are discussing, or nurses are discussing. They means the doctors, hospital managers, nurses, or any health professionals. They are discussing on a particular topic. So you should know the topic, the gist of the conversation. Then listening for detail. What is the concern in the dialogue or monologue, whatever? What is the main concern? What are they focusing at? So the main concern can be the symptoms or reason or solution. They're looking for some of these things. They are focusing on these things. So just identify or listen for the main concern in the monologue or dialogue. Third one is the course of action. What is to be done? In certain questions, they'll be asking what is to be done. So you should be focusing on listening for that particular thing, what they are asking you to do. For example, the hospital manager tells the nurse, but then see that your microphone is muted. But whenever you want to, definitely you can raise your hand or you can unmute and disturb me, no issues. And if you want me to go slow or something like that, definitely you can either you can put in the chat box or raise your hand or unmute yourself and speak, no issues at all. Okay, third type of question is course of action. I told you what is to be done. Maybe the nurse in charge of the ward maybe is telling the nurse what to be done. What has to be done regarding a patient, or what is her duty, or all those things, instructions. So that will be the third type of question you should be careful about. So the what is to be done by the nurse or doctor or the manager or whatever. Okay, any person. Hope this is clear. These are the only three question types you will have in listening part B. And listening for, or not reading for, listening for the context, main idea. Context comes in the introduction. I told you the very beginning of the audio, the context will be spoken about. So concentrate on that context. The main idea, that's what I just gist or purpose and opinion and attitude of the author, okay, of the speaker. So that's very important. So you should know the modal verbs and the opinion, expressions, languages. And as usual, as you know, these are the things you have to focus upon: synonymous language, paraphrasing, keywords, relationship between ideas, sequencing, chronology, time expressions, suggestion, reason, scale, prioritize, frequency, and comparison and contrast, as well as negative meanings. These are the basic things you have to focus upon when you listen to the speaker. And modal verbs, I don't want to stress upon that. These are the modal verbs, very, very important in all the subtests. So you should be aware of these things. The present tense, past tense, can, could, speaks about ability, possibility, permission, may, might, possibility, should, advice, recommendation, suggestion. This is very important when you speak of the opinion. When they say should, it is an advice or it is a recommendation or an opinion or a suggestion. It's not compulsory or mandatory. That should be understood. And must is necessity and obligation. And pre-listening strategies. What should you do before listening? So you have 15-second question or 90 seconds for 6 questions. So before every question, you have 15 seconds. Before listening, look at the context. Even in the questions, above the questions, you have the context. Very, very important. Look at the context. Notice the structure. What is the structure of the dialogue or monologue or the text? I'll be clearly telling you what is the structure today. Read the question stems carefully. The important words, the verb, adjective or noun in the question is very important. Read the question stems carefully and read the options and notice the differences. Read the options and find what are the differences in the options. Okay, for example, if the question is asking why, it's a reason they're asking. So other options will be speaking about how and what. So that can never be the answer. So even in the paragraph, in the audio, when you listen to, they might speak about the same thing. When they are asking for a reason why, they might be speaking about the how and what of it. For example, the audio speaks about sort of dressing. Then they might say how we have to dress. All those details will be there. But then the question is asking why. Why has to be answered. So why is the dressing done? How is not the answer? Why is the answer? Why? Because there should not be bacteria infections or something of that sort. So that has to be focused. Read the options and notice the differences between why, how, what, all those differences. Underline the keywords, as I said, verbs, nouns, and adjectives in the question as well as answer you have to underline. Listening strategies, focus the main idea of the communication. Just know from the context, you will definitely know what is the main idea, who is speaking and what they are discussing or speaking about. So focus on the main idea. Secondly, pay attention to the signal words used to emphasize key points or show relationship between ideas. Signal words, as I said, why, if you are asking for why, that is the reason, or how, there should be a procedure. That is signal words you have to focus on. Focus on synonyms being used, rule out incorrect answers, elimination strategies, and select the correct answer. And there were some concerns, people wanted to learn elimination strategies, which you'll be doing a separate session, don't worry. So listening strategies, first one is look at the context. As I have already told you, there will be a context. Audio, tell me whether it is audible. Is it audible?
In this part of the test,
is that audible to you?
Yes, Father.
Yes.
Father.
Yes, Father, audible.
In this part of the test, you'll hear 6 different extracts. In each extract, you'll hear people talking in a different healthcare setting. For questions 25 to 30, choose the answer A, B, or C, which fits best according to part.
That is it. Listen to the context. What are they saying? And the instructions are given there. That's not very important because you know those basics. Second one is notice the structure sequence. Listen for the keywords, signal words, key points, paragraph structure, which you'll be looking into. And always, as I tell you, try to, whenever you don't find an answer, don't wait there because you may lose the next answer as well. And from the memory, sometimes you can conclude. At the end, you can come back and try to guess and answer it. But don't wait and waste your time. Skip the answer and go to the next audio, or instead of reading the next question, don't wait finding out the answer for the previous question if you haven't found it. And definitely see that you mark all the questions because OET doesn't have negative marking. So immediately you can, if you don't get also at the end, simply at random, you can mark whatever you are left with. Maybe there is a possibility of 35% of right answer. If you don't mark it, you have 0 possibility. The tip 1 is about the focus of the text. As I told you, focus of the text is very important. As I told you, if you have watched the video which I suggested, it's first you have the idea or point or topic, sentence, definition or description, whatever. In the beginning of the dialogue, monologue, or the text, whatever it is, you have the main point, main idea given in the beginning, then explanation or supporting sentences. Then you have evidence, examples, illustrations given about the same topic. Then you have the conclusion or link. This is what I told you. Paragraph structure. Other day I asked you to watch. If you have watched the video, you will understand this better. Peel as easy as peeling a banana. Paragraph structure, point, explanation, example, link. That is the structure. Even in the dialogue or monologue or any text in OET, you will find this structure, which I will be explaining to you in detail today. Okay, that's the basic idea where you can easily understand the text. So the method, you know, it is SQUAL method. I said question, answer, and the audio. First, you look at the question, underline the stem word. Stem word means keyword, that is the noun, adjective, or verb usually. So adjective means that will speak about the feelings or something of that sort. So underline those words. That is what you have to listen for. So read the question first, then 3 answer options, and find out the difference between the answers. There also you find the keyword, stem word. Then listen to the audio. Concentrate on the audio, looking for the answer. Mainly having in your mind the keyword, stem word of the question. And as usual, you know, identify the topic as you listen to the audio. Then identify the structure. There is a structure which I will be explaining today. Nature of the topic, the focus of the audio. That's the way we have to go about it. Now the format. It's a careful listening task. Means you need to listen, understand the gist as well as the details. Identify detail, meaning, and opinion. Mainly opinion and suggestion. 3 option multiple choice questions. And what are the score skills? As I mentioned to you again, I am stressing it. Understand the main idea of your communication, which you can guess it from the context in the beginning itself. What is the main idea of the communication? What are they speaking about? Understand the purpose of communication. Why are they communicating? That you find in the context. Why are they communicating? What is the dialogue going on? What topic? What is their concern? That is the purpose of the communication. Identify speaker's opinion. When they say, I think, or might be, all those things, modal verbs, and thinking, all those things, probably all those are opinions, and you are familiar with those things. Attitude of the speaker, attitude, you can guess it from the context. Attitude of the speaker and the suggestion. What is the suggestion they are giving? These are the important things. Or you have the reason. They might be asking for it. Whenever there is the question speaks about why, the answer will be reason. So look for that reason. Scan the question and answer. Once again, I am stressing you, this is the most important aspect. The 15 seconds you get there where your success lies. Organization, structure, or sequence of the text or the audio should be understood. Quickly look through the question and answer to understand how the audio is organized and what's it about. Identify the main idea or topic of each audio. Understand the general sense of the audio.
You hear two OET aspirants talking about today's Zoom session for OET aspirants. They think that few nurses have shown interest because option A, there are so many sessions on offer. Option B, they feel it's not relevant to them. Option C, it hasn't been publicized enough.
Okay, we are discussing about this session. This is not reality. Okay, there are many, the platform is full and many are waiting outside. This is not the reality, but for you to understand, I have created a question based on this OET platform. So we are going to look into this question and identify the answer with the text. Okay, this created text and question. This is it's not a material, official material, but I have put in all the strategies over here. So here, two OET aspirants talking about today's Zoom session for OET aspirants. They think that few nurses have shown interest. What does it mean? Few nurses have shown interest. What is the meaning?
No one.
No one.
No one has shown interest means nobody has registered. What is the reason? Now, ultimately, when you hear two OET aspirants talking about today's Zoom session for OET aspirants. They think that few nurses have shown interest because the word because says that you have to listen for a reason, right? Because the word because says you are supposed to listen to a reason. Nothing else. You have to focus yourself. What is the reason? Nobody has registered for this Zoom session. What is the reason? Options are, there are so many sessions on offer. You have to see, are there other options given about the session in the audio? Do they speak about other sessions available? They feel it's not relevant to them. Is it because the OET aspirants feel that's not relevant to this session? It's not relevant to them. Maybe because they are not interested in reading or listening, they are very perfect. And it hasn't been publicized enough. Okay, means the notice is not sufficiently given. These are the three options. Listen to the audio and choose the answer, okay?
Okay, Father.
The registration for the OET June session for nurses has been disappointing, hasn't it? It has. But I am not exactly sure why, because everyone seems to know about the session tomorrow. And we asked Father it to be changed from morning session to evening session to make it easier for nurses to be released from their wards. But apparently, that was not possible because Father has some other schedule in the evening. Yeah, I'm not convinced timing of the session was the problem anyway. I think once OET aspirants become aware of the real benefits of Father's sessions and how it helps them, there might be more interest. Certainly, it is very important to attend Father's live sessions, even if the OET aspirant themselves don't actually realize it at present.
Thank you. The voice is from Krishna and our colleague Angelique. Thank you for your. Could you tell me the answer? Which is the right answer?
Option B.
Father, okay.
Option B.
Option B for the not relevant.
Option B.
Okay, now listen again. Could you play the audio? We will listen again, okay? And try to find out all these three things are given there. All A, B, and C given there. And let me see whether you can identify where are they.
The registration for the OET June session for nurses has been disappointing, hasn't it? It has. But I am not exactly sure why, because everyone seems to know about the session tomorrow. And we asked Father it to be changed from morning session to evening session to make it easier for nurses to be released from their wards. But apparently, that was not possible because Father has some other schedule in the evening. Yeah, I'm not convinced timing of the session was the problem anyway. I think once OET aspirants become aware of the real benefits of Father's sessions and how it helps them, there might be more interest. Certainly, it is very important to attend Father's live sessions, even if the OET aspirant themselves don't actually realize it at present.
B,
chat
Father,
boxes.
B.
Option B,
Yes.
Father.
Option B,
Yes.
Father.
Okay.
Because they asked about the
Yeah,
reason.
majority
Because.
of, yeah, in the chat box, many have put B. Yes, majority have put B. I am looking at that, all those options. Yes, all B's, all B's. Now, the important word is they feel.
Feel, yes.
Okay, they feel, the feeling, attitude. That's very important, whether it is fact or not. Their feeling, their attitude, their opinion in reading as well as listening, their opinion, attitude is very important. Let's check out. Now let's read somebody can read the text.
The registration for the OET Zoom session for nurses has been disappointing, hasn't it? Excited. It has, but I'm not exactly sure why. Because everyone seems to know about the session tomorrow. And we asked Father it to be changed from morning session to evening session to make it easier for nurses to be released from their ward. But apparently that was not possible because Father has some other schedule in the evening. Krishna, yeah, I'm not convinced the timing of the session was a problem anyway. I think once OET aspirants become aware of the real benefits of the Father's session and how it helps them, and there might be more interest. So I said, yeah, certainly it's very important to attend the Father's live session, even if the OET aspirants themselves don't actually realize it at present.
Okay, thank you. Roll out the options. One is there was no sufficient notice or people are not notified about the session. The other option is it's not relevant. Another option is there are many other options, class options, sessions, many other. If you don't attend now, you have another session to attend.
In the third paragraph, it is written as, I think once OET aspirants become aware of the real benefits of Father's session and how it has helped them, there might be more interest. It shows that the aspirants are not aware regarding the benefits. That is written as option B. So I selected the option B.
So you have there might be the modal verb being used to say that that is their feeling, attitude, not the fact, but it's only an attitude. So they have an attitude that is not, they don't realize the relevance. That doesn't mean the session is not relevant, but they feel it is not relevant for them. Okay, I think, see the opinion is given, I think is given. Then here you have it. It is, but I am not exactly sure why, because everyone seems to know about the session tomorrow. Means it was sufficiently publicized. Correct, no? So that option
Yes.
also is out. Let's check out. I'm just going to teach you the best ever method to easily understand the paragraphs or audio when you listen to. So this is the question again, same question. And you can see here, why? Because the highlights, everyone seems to know about the session is this, hasn't been publicized enough. It's not right because the audio says everyone seems to know about the session, means it is publicized widely. And Father has some other schedule in the evening. There are so many sessions on offer. No, he has no chance. There is no chance of another session because he has some other schedule. So that is ruled out. And third one is they feel it's not relevant. As it is already explained, it is here. OET aspirants become aware of the real benefits of other sessions. Might be more, they might have more interest. Okay, certainly. And again, they are emphasizing it using a scale. Certainly, it's very important to attend Father's love sessions, even if the OET aspirants themselves don't actually realize it at present. They feel it is not relevant. Again, it is emphasized using a scale there. Okay, let's scrutinize the whole thing. See the opinion. They think is an opinion. Scale, few is a scale. I'll show you that. And reason, cause-effect language is being used because the word because is the indicator. That's what I said, the very stem word in the context in the question should be identified so that you listen for the reason. And negative meaning, not relevant to them. That also has to be understood. Relevant and not relevant. When you are in an examination hall or when you are sitting for the exam, you might be tensed and usually you happen to think of relevance, not the negative thing. So modal verb is being used here, might be, about the opinion. And again, you have scale used here, certainly. Certainly means sure. Okay. And again, opinion and comparison, more is used. All these strategies are used around to show you this is the answer. So let's see the structure of this particular audio. Okay, first you have the point. What is the point? What is the idea?
Today's Zoom session.
Yeah, today's Zoom session, exactly. And second, you have the problem. Then you have reasons being discussed. Okay, reason 1, reason 2, reason 3. All the 3 reasons are discussed there, but one they say sure, other one is other 2 things they rule out. Okay, they exclude. Rule out is an important word in your exam. Even recently, the previous exam, some have lost their writing mainly because they could not understand the word rule out. Rule out means eliminate, no more. It is not considered. So this is providing structure or the cohesion and coherence in the audio. So let's see how it is done. Dialogue structure. Now there is a dialogue between Krishna and our colleague. So the point is OET Zoom session. Okay. And problem is poor registration. Few have registered, means nobody registered. That is the problem. And reasons discussed. Number 1, reason 1. What is the number 1 reason? No notice given. It was not publicized. Okay. Reason 2, many sessions available. There are many alternative options, sessions available. Reason 3 is not aware of the importance or the relevance. So these are the 3 things being discussed in this audio. So there is a structure for the dialogue. As you think, really master the structure of dialogue or monologue or any paragraph or text, even in reading or listening, you will clearly understand the development and you know where to listen to, what to listen to. Here you have because, so it is a reason. 3 reasons are discussed in the audio, but 2 reasons are ruled out. Clearly, they say notice was sufficiently given means because in the audio they say it was known to everybody. It seems it is known to everybody means sufficient notice was given, so it is ruled out. Second one is many sessions available. It says no, even changing a session is not possible because it says father has some other schedule. And reason 3, not aware of the importance. It is in detail. Both of the Krishna as well as our colleague has discussed in detail, saying that they are not aware of the usefulness or relevance or the importance of the live sessions. So it is again discussed, emphasized in different sentences. Maybe if possible, Samesham, could you play one more time the audio? With this structure in your mind, listen to the audio.
The registration for the OET June session for nurses has been disappointing, hasn't it? It has, but I am not exactly sure why, because everyone seems to know about the session tomorrow. And we as father need to be changed from morning session to evening session to make it easier for nurses to be released from their wards. But apparently that was not possible because father has some other schedule in the evening. Yeah, I'm not convinced timing of the session was the problem anyway. I think once OET aspirants become aware of the real benefits of those sessions and how it helps them, there might be more interest. Certainly, it is very important to attend father's live sessions, even if the OET aspirant themselves don't actually realize it at present.
Maybe half of the later portion definitely emphasizes and explains, both of them emphasize the importance is known to the aspirants or relevance is not known to them. They have not realized the importance. So that is being expressed and emphasized again and again at the later portion of the conversation. And reason 1 and reason 2 is ruled out. So this structure you have to understand as you listen to. By practice, you get it very easily. Then you know actually when they are ruling out immediately, you can eliminate in your mind those options and listen to. And definitely most of the audios, the real answer is stressed, emphasized, discussed again, repeatedly. Yes, you see in this, both of them are saying repeatedly, it's that the people have not understood the importance of it. Now let's listen to one more.
You hear 2 hospital managers talking about a time management course for staff. They think that few people have shown interest because option A, there are so many alternatives on offer. Option B, they feel it's not relevant to them. Option C, it hasn't been published enough.
Now you see here the concept or the idea or the point is time management course. In the previous example, it was Zoom session. Here, time management course. That is the main idea or point. That's why I said you have to understand the context. See, that's why I said when you read that 15 seconds is very, very important. If you don't understand this point, main idea, the time management course, what are they speaking about? The time management course for the staff, or in the previous session, the Zoom session. So that is the idea, main idea. So understand from the context. You understand the context first as you read. They think, what does it mean? Opinion. They think that few people have shown interest because, again, reason. There are so many alternatives on offer, means there are many other courses available. They feel it's not relevant to them. Same thing I need not explain to you. I have improvised the same question into our Zoom session. It hasn't been publicized enough. Sufficient notice was not given. So just listen to the audio I'm playing for you.
Question 28. You hear two hospital managers talking about a time management course for staff. Now read the question.
The uptake for the course in time management for staff has been disappointing, hasn't it?
It has, but I'm not exactly sure why, because everyone seems to know about it. And we asked for it to be changed from a 4-hour session to 2 2-hour slots to make it easier for nurses to be released from their wards. But apparently that wasn't possible because it has to be done a certain way.
Yeah, I'm not convinced that was the problem anyway. I think once staff become aware of what it's aiming to do and how it fits together with other initiatives, there might be more interest.
Yeah, there certainly is a need, even if the staff themselves don't actually realise it at present.
What is the answer?
Option B.
Yes. Now you know the word there, few was there. This is very important. Be careful. Even if you know sometimes, anytime you can keep chatting on the chat box. Okay, I'll be observing that. And yes, B, many are putting B. Okay. Scale always, once again, I'm reminding you, this is very, very important. Sometimes you feel you know it. It's not enough that you know it. You should be able to recognize and realize and understand when you read. So the scale word used here is few, is a negative word. A few means some, many, most, all, those things you know. So that particular word is being used here. Few nurses are interested means no nurses are interested or nobody registered. Let's get into the text here. Yes, somebody please read. Okay, this is how we have reading as well as listening, the same strategies. Here you listen to the audio and find out the answer, whereas in reading, you read the text and find out the answer. That's the only difference, but the strategies are all same. So once you understand what is reading, then listening becomes very easy for you. Only thing you have to familiarize yourself with the accent of the people. That's all. Please read.
The uptake for the course in time management for staff has been disappointing, hasn't it? Yes, it has. But I'm not exactly sure why, because everyone seems to know about it. And we asked for it to be changed from a 4-hour session to 2 2-hour slots to make it easier for nurses to be released from their wards. But apparently that wasn't possible because it has to be done a certain way. Yeah, I'm not convinced that was the problem anyway. I think once staff become aware of what it's aiming to do and how it fits together with other initiatives, there might be more interest. Yeah, there certainly is a need, even if the staff themselves don't actually.
This is what I said, the STEM words or the keywords in the question you have to look into. They think that few people have shown interest because also is important. Few is important. Few means nobody has shown interest. They think, even in your speaking, you will have to be mindful about this. If you say few, or the patient says in the speaking, I know few details about the disease or condition, that means I know nothing. So you cannot ask them, tell me what you know. So there are so many alternatives. Same thing, you need not look into that again. So uptake, the uptake has been disappointing, means the registration was not okay for the time management course. Everyone seems to know about it, means it was sufficiently publicized. Immediately they are rolling out the C option here in the beginning itself. Second, and you think in that context or in the structure in the sequence, when you organize a program and nobody registered their name, you will definitely discuss about what should be the reason. Is the time inconvenient for them, or is the content of the program is not relevant? All those issues will be there. So these are the normal things you usually discuss. So here in the beginning itself, they have rolled out the C option. then everyone seems to know about it. Then you see, but see, they have asked for making it 2 sessions of 2 hours each. And we asked for it to be changed from a 4-hour session to 2-hour slots. But the contrast is here. Apparently that wasn't possible because it has to be done a certain way. So other options are not possible. Though we requested, the contrast word says something else. It's not possible. So again, many alternatives, A option is ruled out. Then you have, I think. See, I am not convinced that was the problem anyway. So again, I am saying, confirming that by having other alternatives or not knowing about the program is not a problem anyway. That was the, I am not convinced that was the problem anyway. Means I am convinced that wasn't a problem. Okay, I think, again, opinion. Once staff become aware of what it's aiming to do and how it fits together with the other initiatives, there might be more interest. Again, the speculation, the model verb used, their opinion. There will be more interest if they realize the importance. See, that is being again stressed by the next person. Yeah, there certainly is a need, even if the staff themselves don't actually realize it at present. Okay, at present they don't realize, but still there is a need. Means, again, they are saying they have not realized the relevance of the program. So the whole thing says they feel it's not relevant to them. That's why they have not registered for the program. That's why few people have registered for the time management program. So we'll just look into the structure. The strategy is being used. Opinion here, they think. Scale, few. Again, you have negative meaning here. You have contrast here, but opinion here, I think. Again, you have modal verb about opinion. And you have comparison here. Then you have scale here, certainly. A signal that tells you what is the answer. So what is the sequence now? Structure of the sequence. Point, problem, reasons discussed, and reason 1, reason 2, reason 3. Same structure as we have seen in the previous example. Now dialogue structure. What is the dialogue structure? So in this dialogue, what is the point or the idea, main idea? Time management course. Problem is poor uptake, registration. Uptake means registration. This is a problem. Reasons discussed. 1. Not published enough. 2. Many alternatives to offer. 3. What is the third one? Not feel it's not relevant to them. So these are the reasons being discussed. So this structure, any text or any dialogue in OET or IELTS or TOEFL, whatever the competitive exams, it has got a structure, particular structure. If you can understand and practice this way, within no time you will understand. You will also be able to locate where the answer is very fast. You need not to go through every sentence, every word. You will be able to identify from the structure, the answer must be somewhere here. Just listen. Could you read this question?
You hear an optometrist reporting on some research he is being doing. The aim of his research was option A, to develop nanoparticles for transporting drugs all over the body. Option B, to find a way of treating infections caused by contact lenses. Option C, to use contact lenses to administer drugs over time.
What is the context here? What does it speak about?
Aim of this research.
Yeah, aim of this research. Means somebody is doing a research, and what is the aim of that research? Research means, research means find out something new. Research.
Yes, to find out something.
Something new. So aim of this research, they are doing some study to find out something. So what is it? Is it to develop nanoparticles for transporting drugs all over the body, or to find a way of treating infections caused by contact lenses, or to use contact lenses to administer drugs over time? So listen to the audio, okay? On the
Question 29. You hear an optometrist reporting on some research he's been doing. Now read the question.
I specialise in dealing with fungal eye infections. At present, treatment involves giving eye drops every hour for at least 2 weeks. I wanted to improve this process by designing a system capable of releasing antifungal drugs onto the eye over an extended period. Contact lenses are perfect for this, as their hydrogel structure has the ability to uptake and release drugs, and their placement on the eye ensures the drug gets released directly to the cornea. In order to make a contact lens provide drugs over a sustained period, I've modified the lens. I've also used nanoparticles for packaging the drugs. So, I've managed to create a system capable of delivering an antifungal drug called nanomycin for up to 4 hours. I now hope to increase this and use this system with other drugs.
C is the answer for this.
You have to say why. Let's just read the same text, audio, text. Listen and read, okay? Text. You can see the text on the screen, right?
Yes, Father.
Yes, Father.
Question 29. You hear an optometrist reporting on some research he's been doing. Now read the question.
I specialise in dealing with fungal eye infections. At present, treatment involves giving eye drops every hour for at least 2 weeks. I wanted to improve this process by designing a system capable of releasing antifungal drugs onto the eye over an extended period. Contact lenses are perfect for this, as their hydrogel structure has the ability to uptake and release drugs, and their placement on the eye ensures the drug gets released directly to the cornea. In order to make a contact lens provide drugs over a sustained period, I've modified the lens. I've also used nanoparticles for packaging the drugs. So, I've managed to create a system capable of delivering an antifungal drug called nanomycin for up to 4 hours. I now hope to increase this and use this system with other drugs.
See now how beautifully it is done. Another way of putting the whole thing. I said the point or the topic sentence controlling idea. See, I specialize in dealing with fungal eye infections. In the beginning itself, they are saying the main idea of the audio. The whole audio speaks about fungal eye infections. Do you know one of the options was speaking about infection general? So now we are bothered only about eye infections. That's why I call it controlling idea. You should understand the main idea in that what is the controlling idea. Infections is a general thing, it's a but then eye infection is a particular thing. Even earlier I told you that. Concentrate on such things, focus on such things. Now in the beginning you have giving eye drops every hour, at least 2 weeks. Okay? Every hour you have to give the eye drop. That is a problem. Then what is he finding? He is trying to find extended period. How drugs onto the eye over an extended period. And the solution and synonymous being used over time, extended period. Okay? Sustained period. You see, sustained period, extended period. In the question, it is used over time. So the synonymous language used here repeatedly is extended period, sustained period, up to 4 hours. So these are 3 repetitions here of the overtime, which clearly indicates that is the answer, because that's being emphasized in every sentence, that overtime. That is the issue, because now we have to give it every 2 hours. Every hour you have to put the drops, eye drops into the eyes for 2 weeks. But now he has invented a new mechanism whereby it can be, the eye drops can be transmitted to an extended period or to a sustained period or up to 4 hours. So you need continuously every hour, you need not think of putting the eye drop. Giving eye drops every hour over time. See the contrast here. Contrast given, giving eye drops every hour is the issue, problem here. The solution is over time, extended period, sustained period to 4 hours. That's being contrasted. So beautifully done, you see here. Over time, repeated here, extended period, sustained period, up to 4 hours. Drugs over time. To use contact lenses to administer drugs over time. So to develop nanoparticles for transporting drugs all over the body. What is it used for? Nanoparticles. Nanoparticles are used for?
Packaging the drug.
Yeah, it is here.
Packaging
See,
the
I have modified that. I have also used nanoparticles for packaging the drugs, but here it is saying for transporting drugs all over the body. So just contradictory. There's no connection at all. To find a way of treating infections caused by contact lenses. Now here about contact lenses and infections, nothing is mentioned, only about eye infections. Fungal eye infections. Let's scrutinize this. See the sequence. Why I'm telling you, if you practice this, I challenge you, it will be a thrilling experience when you listen to the audios. Easily you can focus on the thing. Now point, problem, solutions discussed. Earlier it was reasons discussed. That's the difference. Earlier it was 3 reasons, 1, 2, 3. Out of 3 reasons, 2 were ruled out. one was fixed. Here, solutions are being discussed. Solution 1, solution 2, and solution 3. This is the structure. Dialogue structure, point, research on fungal eye infection. That is the main idea. In the very beginning of the audio, you can listen to that. And also you can find in the context in the question paper. And problem is hourly administering eye drops. That is the problem now. So solutions, what are the solutions? Number 1. Solution number 1 is design system to administer eye drops over an extended period instead of every hour. Solution 2, use of contact lenses for this purpose. Solution 3, modify the lens for this purpose. This is what he did in his study. He modified the lenses for this purpose, for extended period or sustained period or for 4 hours. They can communicate or administer the eye drops once in 4 hours. Conclusion again, he states the same thing, what is given in the first sentence. Designed a device capable of administering eye drops for up to 4 hours to an extended period. So it's so clearly given. Earlier, three reasons were given. You were asked to find out which is the reason. Only one was the reason out of 3. Here, a problem is there, solutions are suggested, and all the 3 solutions combined, they have given on one option, and that is the right answer. Here, there is no eliminating 1 or 2 solutions, but it is all solutions step by step. First step, second step, third step. Ultimately, you have a final solution for the problem. See, I have put it into columns if you want. The aim of the research was to use contact lenses to administer drugs over time. Ultimately, the main thing, fungal eye infection. Then I specialize in dealing with fungal eye infections. Immediately, the question to my mind is why? Topic, sentence, or the point. At present, treatment involves giving eye drops every hour, at least 2 weeks. Problem, it is a problem. So improve this process is the research study. Releasing antifungal drops into the eye over an extended period. Again, overtime is stressed here. Solution, number 1. Contact lenses are perfect for this. You can use contact lenses. Solutions, number 2. Then modify these contact lenses. Solution 3. I have also used nanoparticles for packaging the drugs. Clearly given additional solution, that's for packaging drugs. I have managed to create a system capable of delivering an antifungal up to 4 hours. Link, conclusion, or what is my specialization? Paraphrasing the topic, sentence, or what you heard in the audio in the beginning, they repeat it again at the end, stressing this is the answer. Hope that is clear to you. See the sequence, okay, audio sequence, topic, sentence, explanation, or supporting sentence 1, explanation, supporting sentence 2. This is the problem, there is a solution, explanation, supporting sentence 3, that is the solution, evidence, illustration given, improving upon the contact lens, evidence is given, additional solution about packaging, then link, conclusion, topic, sentence, rephrased or paraphrased again. I'm repeating it again because this should enter into your brain, the structure, okay, point, problem, solution, illustration, conclusion. It can be put in this way as well. So what is the structure of the dialogue here? Point. First is the topic, sentence, main idea, gist. That's what I said. They will ask you about questions about gist. One of the 3 types of questions. Second step is explanation. Second audio. In the second sentence or the third sentences will be about explanation about the whole problem or the main idea. Supporting sentence. That is called a supporting sentence. Explain the main idea. This is evidence again. Evidence means example, or we also call it developing sentences. So illustrate main idea, giving some example or illustrations. Then you have link, means connecting or first sentence into the last sentence, main idea in the conclusion, repeated again. So we have the PEEL structure, P-E-E-L. Hope that is clear. So we have this PEEL structure. Yes, that's it. You have any doubts or you want to revisit any of the slides? Now you see what I wanted to focus upon, not only for listening B, not only for listening C, it is for reading, listening, A, B, C, all the subtests, all the parts. This structure or sequence is the thing that will help you. This will not happen now, you have understood, but this will not happen easily. There is knowledge, so don't get into the false illusion. If you have not booked the exam date, always I suggest and emphasize, I restate, better not to book immediately. Only when you are confident, you or book the dates. I told you, I repeatedly tell you, UK, America, Ireland, Australia, New Zealand, all these countries will be there even after 1 or 2 months. So better not to waste your money. This is only knowledge, skill you have to develop by practice. But I can challenge you, if you can understand this, so not only for OET, for all the competitive exams, if you understand this, of the audio or of the text, it is same. There is a clear structure for the OET audio as well as OET, this one. And this one paragraph structure, this can be applied even for part C. And when I dealt with part C, listening, and in the combo session, especially listening and reading, I told you how it is used. So even when you listen, think the text is in front of you. Imagine the text, imagine the paragraph, imagine the main idea being spoken of, then the reasons or solutions or problems being solved, and supporting sentence, developing sentence, illustrations, everything. So clearly from the question 3 alternatives, you know what you are supposed to look into or listen to. You are not supposed to listen to everything. Your listening should be focused on a particular point. When you analyze or scan the questions and the answer options, you find it over there. Okay, this is the method I say, what I suggest, but you are always free to use any other method. If you want to revisit any slide, you can let me know.
Yes, Father, I think question number 26, you need to get that description paragraph, no, Father? That
26.
Scale and everything you mentioned. Yes, the description paragraph. Yes. And the next slide, Father.
The scale, one example, okay, scale is in the context. Okay, you cannot, although there are suggestions sometimes, synonyms, and give a list of synonyms, give a list of scales. It's all in the context. And as I told you earlier, maybe the word round, R-O-U-N-D, such a small word has got 79 different meanings. So if you ask me what is the meaning of round, nobody can tell you. There are 79 different meanings for the word round, R-O-U-N-D. So also scale depends on the context. Okay, certainly can be a scale, because you say it's less certainly, or I'm not sure, doubtful. That can be a scale when certainly is being used. By hearting scale expressions may not help you much. You must have that concept, okay, this is a scale. All means almost everybody. Most means majority. Many means anything more than 2. A few means some. So all the OET aspirants are happy about the learning process. All means everybody is happy. But then if somebody is not happy, Krishna is not happy, Soumya is not happy, one out of 1,500, 2 are not happy, you can say most of them are happy except Krishna and Soumya. You can say that way. So many of them are happy. A few of them, maybe out of 1,000, and you can express maybe 50 or 100 or 200. Many of them are happy, you can say. A few of them are happy. Very few are happy, majority are not happy at all. And few are happy means nobody is happy. So that is the idea you have to understand in the context. That's why I said, whenever you listen to or read something, keep your diary and note down these scale expressions, synonyms, synonymous. Synonyms means words being used, different words but same meaning. Synonymous means maybe a phrase or a paragraph or a sentence is rephrased. Same expressions, a phrase is used to mean something. A different phrase is used. May not be one word. And paraphrasing means the sentence is put into other words, turned over into some other words and using different words, giving same meaning of the sentence. So just all these you need to understand in the context.
Yeah, I need this like option scale. Okay, Father. Confirm and conform. What is the difference, Father, when we are writing form? C-O-N-F-I-R-M and C-O-N-F-O-R-M. Where we will use the confirm and conform.
Confirm means you have to stress. Maybe the first report about medical test gave you that you have diabetes mellitus. Second one confirmed the report. Second report, the second test, blood test or urine test, confirmed the result, means reasserted. Conform means conform to the laws, conform to the custom of the country. Conform means you have to, gel with means you have to go accordingly. Other one is confirming means asserting, stressing and saying yes, yes. It is 10 times yes, confirmed. Ruled out is the opposite of confirmed. Disease is confirmed, diabetes mellitus is confirmed even by the urine test. Whereas diabetes mellitus was ruled out in both the tests. Those are the opposites. Confirm means you have to be, you have to gel with or obey the rules. Conform to the rules means you have to obey the rules. You have to conform to the customs of the culture of the place means you have to go according to the culture of the, behave according to the culture of the place. Got it?
Yeah, thank you, Father.
Yeah. This is a bit challenging in the initial stage, but if you can practice, you will enjoy the whole reading, listening thing. B as well as C, the same formula, this will work out for both. In C, as I told you, there is sequence between the paragraphs, connection between the paragraphs. But then within the paragraphs also, this structure is there. So this is also applicable to C.
Can we have a listening C session also, Father?
Listening we had one. We will have if need be. Yes.
Okay, Father.
Listening, I think even the video is over there on the channel, I believe. You can see that. If you need, you can let me know, okay? The summary of the whole thing, edited version of the session is there on channel, I believe. No, Soumya? Listening, see, we have, no?
Yes, Mother, we have. I saw that already. It is very challenging.
Yes, A part is very, very easy. Like, it is easier than the reading A part. It is easier than reading A part. And
it is very challenging.
Okay, definitely. We will deal with it. It's very, very easy.
Okay.
And almost the same strategy like reading you have for part A. And within no time, you can get 24 score. We'll deal with it because we're taking together, it will be too long. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, Bhavita. How is your health? You are not wealthy, I think, right?
Yeah, it's going and getting better, Father.
Okay, great.
Thank you for your prayers.
Yes. And I thank Soumya and all those study group members who are doing rocking.
Father.
Krishna for the voice today and our colleague also. Really well done. There's another area where EduSkills. It's a democratic, organic platform, I must call it. It is of the people, of the OET aspirants, for the OET aspirants, by the OET aspirants. So
by the OET aspirants.
Now the EduSkills stakeholders have started to create their own audio as well as text. And definitely you can.
We want it, Father.
Yes. Beautifully done.
Father, one more query, Father. Thank you, Father. Thank you. Is there this repeat session will be there, Father? Because many of them, they are really feeling literally bad, Father, in the Telegram. I feel it very bad.
Okay, we will. Shall we go for a repeat session in Malayalam?
No problem, Father, because many of them, they're still waiting after night duty. Literally, I can sense the crying feeling.
So all of you just communicate to them. Immediately let me know how many are there. Soumya, can we have it in the evening, 8:30?
Yes,
so that the Gulf region people will be able to.
Yeah.
Yes. And study group people are rocking. I'm so happy. Yesterday I did participate, but I don't know when all the teachers are there. I don't want it to come forward. Experts who are all dealing with the things. And it was very good. Okay, going good.
Thank you, Father, for considering my suggestion. Thank you.
Great. Yeah. And when people are supporting this platform, your suggestions are always taken seriously. And whoever asks me something, I have given them immediately. I have conducted several sessions only on suggestions, yes. Because it's not for you, you wanted, it's for somebody else. There's an empowering attitude, which I appreciate most. And that is the greatest blessing you can have. And I sympathize with some people, like, no, they don't want to share anything. And I'm damn sure from my experience, without God's blessings, without helping others, it's very, very challenging to get through. I have seen people not getting through because of their selfishness. Yeah, because God blesses when you empower others. And happy thing is that almost everybody, nobody communicated to me they lost reading. Okay, yesterday's result, everybody got it. But then nobody wants to remain in the group and support others. That is the tragic thing. And maybe immediately I'll do one session on writing as well, like reading step by step. For example, it's nothing to do with using present tense or present perfect has nothing to do with your treatment or your medication. But then you can connect it with medication. Present perfect has been, for example, why you lose in your writing? Mainly because one thing, if you write, somebody is having diabetes mellitus and you are suggesting or advising or recommending or requesting ongoing care or treatment for the person, you must use in the next sentences, next paragraphs, you have to use he has been treated or administered or whatever has been, because his condition is still continuing, present perfect. Or when you speak about addictions, drinking, smoking, all those things, you have to use present, simple present tense. For any hobbies that was being done and they were practicing yesterday, today and tomorrow, all the habitual activities, it is present, simple present tense has to be used. Whether it is OET or TOEFL or IELTS or your conversation or anywhere, that has to be used. It's not because diabetes mellitus or some other condition, or they are in your hospital, or you are suggesting to some other hospital or reporting something, it's because that is English. 2.0 is the new version. They have changed everything there. For example, writing task completion in speaking. That was a major criteria prior to 2018 or prior to pandemic, we say now. Prior pandemic, task completion in speaking was a major criteria being assessed. But now that is not a criteria at all. That doesn't mean you should not complete the task. You should complete the task, but that is not being assessed as the primary criteria. Task completion means, for example, there are 4 things given in your play card, or do you call it cue card, no? Role play card. And 4 tasks is given, advise or suggest or this one, that one. 1, 2, 3, 4. You are supposed to handle the 4 tasks. If at all you leave out 1 task, but then you present the things very well, but you left 2 tasks, but you have presented as per the situation, you have communicated very well, handled very well, you will not be penalized for leaving out 1 task. That is task completion criteria. Whereas previously, prior to 2018 September, if you had not addressed 1 task, definitely you will not get a B out of 4. But now that is the change. Like task completion is not an assessment criteria as of now. And in writing, believe me, flexibility is the main criteria. If you by heart that templates, sentences and write, examiners can easily find it out. That's why sometimes people say, no, the other girl was so poor in her writing, she could not score in the institute and I was scoring so much, but I lost this exam. You used the template of the institute and the institute was very happy because you reproduced the same sentence exactly. But the examination center was very happy with the other girl who made minor mistakes but tried to make her own sentences. Flexibility. You should be competent to write according to the situation as demanded. When you go abroad, as demanded by the situation, you should be able to be flexible and write sentences, construct sentences. If it is to by heart and write, and also anybody can do it, right? Even the primary school student can do it. And also, you know, the till reference, it is not being assessed at all. Because you are cutting and pasting, copying and pasting, nothing changing over there. Till reference, your letter is not being assessed at all. You will not be penalized for a mistake over there. But definitely you have to write according to the structure because structure is important. But that's not an assessment criteria. I see sometimes in your writing discussion, half of the time, more than half of the time goes on to that non-assessed category. Examiners are not going to assess that area at all. You are continuously, out of 2 hours, 1 hour you discuss on first line, second line, date, and then going to till reference, you discuss 1 hour. And that part is not being assessed. The body part where you write your own thing is being assessed. Until reference, you cut and paste or copy and paste from the case note exactly as it is. You are supposed to do that. You cannot change. You are not expected to change. Any other concerns?
Father, if possible, can you please arrange an overall grammar section, what we need in OET writing?
Okay. Yeah, writing, we are thinking of 1 session. And also make a difference between section and session, okay, for your general knowledge. Section means division. Session means these are sessions, SESSION, class or session. All right, Zoom session, it is not section. Most of you, majority of you, when you write, message and speak, you say, and let's have a section on listening. No, it is a session. Section means departments, different sections in a room, in a hospital, different departments or different areas or different segments. Whereas session means a lesson or a portion or a class or a webinar or a seminar, that is known as session. 1 hour session, 2 hour session. It is never 1 hour section. It is 1 hour session. Others also, those who have participated in the video challenge, you'll have to remind me again, okay? Sometimes, you know, some mails you have sent me, but there is no attachment. So you'll have to remind me if it has to be published. And if you want to rework on the same video, or if you have not put the introduction, you can send me the introduction and all those things. It's going to be very, very, very good thing for you, as well as it will benefit many people, because some people may not understand what I am teaching. The beginners, maybe your videos like now Anju's and Jenny's, now few more are coming up. With this today or tomorrow, some more will come up. Those were maybe very useful for the beginners. Like, no, when you speak from student perspective, your own perspective, that will be helpful for others. So that's an asset in the, for example, now Jenny's and Anju's, there is an asset in the social media now. It will remain forever. Hundreds and thousands will watch it and benefit from it. So it's not for a day or two. Teaching can be just more for now, for only 100 people. But a video on channel can be for thousands of people for generations. So others also can come forward with your some paragraph, C part, B part, whichever you like. That's an experience for you. Create a small video with a small introduction, but ethically it needs to, you need to say who you are, and you are not whether a teacher or a one who is practicing, because the public should not be misguided, no? So they need to know who are you. Okay. Basically, otherwise, when they know you are a learner, they will take in that line, but then at the same time, they will understand the things better. Okay, God bless you all, and God bless you all. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Father.
Thank you, Father.
Thank you, Father. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Father. Thank you, Father.